Righty-ho. Just make sure all the bits and the bobs. Okie dokie. All new to me. Evening. If you are hearing me and listening to me, that would be good. If not, no luck. Hopefully it'll be recorded. You never know. Just going to fiddle around for a little bit until I'm happy that all is working well. So, not a case of bear with, just, listen.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
If that's your thing. We have about 40 windows open, so see what all
First,
works.
sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Right.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Here we are. Hopefully this is working and it's going out. Somebody's going to have to go, oh yes it is. I'm going to go like that and see if that pops up in that and see if that works.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
So I'm just going to mess around for a little bit. Evening.
First,
or if not
sit
evening
down
and you're watching
on
this,
a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Right, Friday night, I'm going to be doing this purely because the beautiful people, the millions and millions of people, said, oh, why don't you do this on a regular basis? And I said, yeah, why not? Let's do this on a regular basis. So hence, I'm doing it tonight. I basically do this, sit in the house, you probably see my house behind you, yep, and make music, drink wine,
sit down on a comfortable chair
see what
or
happens.
on a cushion with your legs crossed.
And generally speaking, sometimes lots happen, sometimes not a lot happens, but it is what it is. First glug of wine, here we go.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair
some people might
or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Sound in the background. Let me just go like this. I've got a little group chat that I'm involved in, and I love these people. They are amazing. So I'm just going to make
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
so that they can, like, you know, listen to it like they want to. Obviously, standard.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Ooh! As I said,
First,
if you're
sit down
tuning
on a
in live to
comfortable
this,
chair
which maybe you
or
are,
on a
maybe you're
cushion
not.
with your legs crossed.
I just need a minute or two to sort some stuff out. AKA, what the feck is going on?
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
See if my peeps get back to me. If they say it's live, then we're just going to get on with it.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion
it's
with
not,
your legs crossed.
right, we're stuffed.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Ooh.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Right, I've sent me a little link to me little pals.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
I think, Jamie, it is my face, hopefully.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
What do you mean you think it's my face? Fuck, you know. Right, let's do a bit of housework. Right, okay, there'll be no fire alarms this evening, hopefully, fingers crossed. And there will be wine drinking, and I do vape. So if you're offended by wine drinking or vaping or swearing, because I have clicked the button to say this is for adults, if you're offended by me being Scottish, drinking wine, any of the above,
sit down
you can fucking switch it off.
Chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
That's all I've got to say about that. Right, I'm going to shut all these fucking windows down that I've got all over the place.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair
and then,
or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Yeah, we've got a vapor there. Do you want a nice one? Right, I'm not asking people to like chat to me like they do in these other things that we do, these other things that we get involved in. But the reason I'm doing a live thing is that just in case anybody wants to go, oh, that's, yes, what's that? Otherwise, just chill out and relax and have a bit of a giggle, really.
On a comfortable chair.
So what you're hearing is a little sample I stole from a guy called Richard West, aka Mrs. C. If you don't know him, you've been under a rock for about 40 years. So yeah, I'm just going to start sharing screens now and get on what I'm doing.
Or on a cushion with your legs crossed.
Thank you, John. That makes me very happy that it's pinging up on my little screen that you can hear me, and Warehouse is saying something. So that means it's working. That's all I care about, is that it's working, and you can tune in and do a bit of chat and say stuff to each other or say stuff to me. That's me, very happy boy. I did a little test one last week which recorded it and sent it to the little group pals.
Sit down
and they said, oh, it's really good, just do it more.
Or on a cushion with
so
your
I thought,
legs
yeah,
crossed.
fuck it, I will. And then I thought, why don't I do a live stream thing? And I'm doing it at 7 till 9 tonight because at the end of the day, it's over to my good friend Mr. C's Patreon to listen to some different tunes.
Or on a cushion
and that's
with
his
your legs
vocal I've
crossed.
stolen. Don't fucking tell him. Right, let me start sharing because we're actually here not to listen to me gibber a load of pish, but we're actually here to have a look at what happens when people make tunes.
Sit down
and as you'll see, look, I've got a wee bit of a woo. Look, he's all fancy. He's giving it the big beans. I managed to sort a couple of things out. Yeah, sit there and check this out. You're not going to see my beautiful face the whole time. You're going to hopefully see that most of the time.
With your legs crossed.
I'm moving my little phone because I'm happy that's all working. You'll see me pouring wine, and in the gaps when I'm changing bits and pieces around, I'm going to play some tunes.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair.
Checked out some old
or on a cushion with your legs
songs
crossed.
I had in a file that I DJ out, so I'll put them on when I'm changing from bobs to bits. Right, let's just cut that little thing out.
First, sit down on a comfortable chair.
Yeah, sit down on a comfortable chair.
With your legs crossed.
Right. So there's the screen. That's what it looks like. And that is not what we're going to be working on tonight. That's just something I found. So here's what happens. Here's a file. If you can see that at the top of your screen, it says recent sets. And there's a big fucking list. So I'm just going to pile it down a little bit and see what happens. Haircut's a song that's been battered by Richard over the ins and outs of the last year and lockdown. And I think one of the things I'll do is I got quite inspired. There's a lot of people out there doing things like this, and I'm not saying mine's is going to be anywhere close to what they do. They're super professionals. And I think one of the things I'll do is I might do a little breakdown of how that song that's been battered by Mr. C, Haircut, is made. I might even do a live remix one night, who knows. But there's loads of songs here that I'm not quite sure what they are, so I'll maybe pick one out and see what happens. That one was Underrated or whatever it was called. Let's see what this song does. Don't want to save any changes. I just put that as a start because at the end of the day, I like the fact. Chun! Chloe, Chun! Chun! It's a tune. It's a tune. As you see. If you've got as much plugins and crap going on in your computer as I have, that little thing will go and ask you to sit down and make yourself a cup of tea. I'm going to give a couple of shouts out tonight. I'm going to give a shout out to the man called Kenny. Purely because Kenny wants to know what kind of stuff I use. I use a Mac. He was talking about using a PC. Listen, Mac, PC, operating systems, boring. Who gives a crap? As long as it does what it's supposed to do, that's all that matters. As long as it processes what you need to process, that's all it cares about. And the bottom line is yeah, one plugin's more than most folk will have. I started my in-the-box stuff with basically a free program I got from a mate Roland in London, and it was Orion, Cypass Orion. I put it, it was a sort of snidey sort of version. I put it in my little laptop that I went and bought, and that was my start of messing around with stuff in the box, because as I said before, I used to have a big full-on recording studio down Cold Harbour Lane in Brixton. And that was all the outs and the bobs. Right, this looks interesting to me. I don't know what the fuck it is though.
On a comfortable chair or a cushion with your legs crossed.
Right, okay.
On a comfortable chair or a cushion with your legs crossed.
Right, I'm going to muck about with this. Purely because it's come up and I can't be asked waiting another one. Turn it up. Right, I'm going to shut a few things off because my speakers are pinging and I don't like the sound of it. So something's not right. There's a frequency somewhere. Oh. Surprise, surprise, it's the fucking kick drum, guys. Oh, look at that. Look at this pish over here. What the fuck is that? Get rid of that. So, where this song's come from, I've got a hard drive I've sort of plugged in. It's got loads of stuff I did when I didn't have any fancy equipment, but I had Ableton and a couple of free plugins, and I was probably fucking about checking out Ableton's compressors and shit like that and trying to figure it out, but I'm a little bit more knowledgeable these days, so I know what I'm doing a little bit. He says, what a joker, that's terrible as well. Right, get that the fuck off too. Let's get rid of that compressor. We don't need it at the moment. Right, that sounds better on my speakers. Let's push on. Ooh. So all I'm doing is just try to tune things in a little bit, because like it doesn't sound right sometimes. So it's about like trying to get it to sound better than it fucking does when you're mucking about with it. So that's arrangement view. This is a view a lot of people use if they're doing live. That needs to be brought down a little bit. Stick a kick drum back in. Yeah, fair enough. Clap's a bit boring. Yeah, the beautiful thing is that this isn't supposed to be any sort of tutorial, but that's why I thought live would be quite cool, because there's a couple of people who are maybe interested in watching how it's done, just for the sake of fucking watching it. And there's a couple of people who might produce or have got live or whatever. There's lots of people do lots of different things. I'm going to be professional now. Look. Oh yeah, fucking beauty. There's lots of people use Logic and Cubase and whatever they use, Rewire, Pro Tools, etc. And I've heard there's some really cool guys, Disclosure. They do this whole live stream thing, which is fucking really cool, I think. And some people did in the chat box, oh, why do you use Logic Pro X, and you know what's the reason behind it? And basically he said it's what I learned at college and I've just stuck with it, and he rewires things in and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I use Ableton Live Suite. You can get light, etc. And there's lots of little tips and tricks. And when you stick a drum machine in there, you open it up and it has all the things that are in that drum machine. Obviously, you can whack them down here. You can create blah blah blah. You can do all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, as my good man Kenny says, you learn more from people just doing it than people fucking talking you through it. It's almost like talking at you. This is what you do. Press this button. Go here. Do that. So yeah, I open that up and then it should show me. I'll flicker it back there. Go back there. And then I can do the volumes of various bits and bobs here. Open it up and we get some effects. And for me, that little clap needs a bit of a reverb. Woo! Way too much. Right, enough of looking at me. Well, why not? Just a little bit in the background. Change where it's hitting. That'll do. Standard Ableton plugin. The reverb, that'll do for us. We're not too posh around these parts. See what that sounds like with the kick. That'll do. Bingo bangle. Makes me happier. Right, let's next bits and bobs. That's a 909 hi-hat. Standard fare. Ableton fare. Don't need much doing to that, I don't think. Don't know what the fuck this is. Oh! That's what that is. That needs some EQ, I think. Drop the EQ8 in. Standard fare. Look at that! That's all over the place. I'm just going to silence that because they say you don't want your kick and your bass line sitting in the... Yeah, EQ8, I like it because you can get all these fancy fucking pro plugins and stuff like that. This is a good place to start. You can always get rid of it later on and use a fucking £300 plugin if you like. I've got loads of Wave stuff. Got a couple of people have asked me about what plugins I use and stuff to create stuff. What I have in this simple little setup is I have Ableton Live Suite, which comes with all this fucking gubbins. You can see all this stupid stuff. I have Native Instruments Complete Ultimate, which if you've got the cash, go and get it. You can get it in a big package for about £1,000 or something. It's got the whole fucking recording studio in one big lump. And then I go to Waves because they do the whole Abbey Road plugins and stuff like that, which means they're trying to create like what it'd be like to record in Abbey Road, you know what I mean? But they've got really good stuff that we can adapt to dance music, I think. But everybody uses their own stuff. There's no law to what you can and can't do. So I don't want that to be... I don't know if hopefully you can hear that sort of boom. So I just want to make sure it's not whacking with the kick drum too much. And hopefully when I take that off it should go bang. Woo! Get that in there. Whoa, that's loud. Couple of ways in Ableton how to do your volume. You can do it on the arrangement view. You can do it over here. Hopefully see that. Wayne. Right, obviously this is a song I've bumped up, and I quite like the sound of the vocal thing, so I'm just going to see what it's all about and play it from the scratch part and see what the arrangement looks like and sounds like. I'll shut all these little windows down like so I can see exactly what the crack is. That's a bit better. Let's take it from the top.
Down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. Down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. Down on a comfortable chair or on a cushion with your legs crossed. Or a cushion with your legs crossed.
So here lies a problem that you think, oh yeah, that sounds alright, yeah, that's good, like that, that's brilliant, sounds fucking amazing. What am I going to do with it now? So welcome to my world of what am I going to do with it now. Let's see what I can do. Enough chit chat. Bang, bosh, bosh. You might notice the glass of white wine has now fucking disappeared. And instruments. Nope. Plugins. So complete ultimate. Let's whack that in there. Give that time to load up.